Hello, BeardGamer the BeardGamer, and today I'm gonna play the Artemis Project, a game by Grand Gamers Guild, and I will be trying to colonize Europa, the frozen moon of Jupiter. This game is for 1 to 5 players, ages 12 up, and it plays in about 1 hour and 15 minutes. The solo version gets us against 2 automat players, against 2 robots if you like, and let's see how it goes. We start the game with 3 minerals, 3 energy cubes, a toolkit and a settler colonist. We need, these are the resources that we will be spending, and sometimes we need specific types of colonists to go to the buildings. Round 1 of the game. So we'll check the expedition card. It's a Nautilus Rescue. Since we are playing solo, only 1 card is flipped, because usually we flip 2 cards for each player, -1. The rules for solo play say that setup is done like if it was a 2-player game. So in that instance we only draw 1 expedition card. That card states us that we'll have 2 energy cubes plus the base 2 that we always have. We'll have 3 minerals on top of the 2 that we always get here. Rules for 2 players: 2 buildings come out. We have the scout post and the geotherm deck. So these are the buildings that will be available for players to buy this turn. We also have 2 colonists, 1 for each player, and 2 base colonists. And the shuttle gave us 2 pioneers, a technician, and a marine. So we'll place them on this spot here. It's the doorstep. I leave them laying down because it's easier for us to see what they are from the top view of the camera. Next, we draw the event for this turn, and it's the Colonial Summit. The player with the most marines and stewards can combine against 3 energy or 3 minerals, their choice. This will be on the G spot. Okay, so the mark will go there. And we are set to start the first turn. On a solo play, the first player will be one of the artificial ones. So they roll 4 dice plus a different color dice. This will tell us the position they start, and the first one, we arrange the dice in ascending order. It will start on the 5th position, so here on the doorstep, and the lower number dice will go there. Then clockwise we place a dice in each position. It is then our turn, but we roll the full 4 dice and we can place them wherever we like. So I'll try to get 3 energy. So how this thing works, it's the lower dice goes first, equal or higher dice to the right. Okay. I will also try with these 4 to get minerals. Scout post would be interesting to get, so I'll offer 4 minerals to buy that card. If nobody outbids me, the card will be mine. I will try to get some of these guys here. I can't go to the academy because in the 2-player games only 2 spots are available, and well, although these are 3 players playing it, the rules are for 2 players, so we can only use one of these available spots, which has been taken. So I'll try the expedition. This expedition, the target number is 8, so if the combined dice of all of us it's 8 or more, we complete that expedition successfully. On to the other player. He will start at number 4, but this time it will go counterclockwise, so he'll buy this one for 1, come and get a mineral here, he'll try to get an energy cube here, and he will contribute to that expedition. Once this is done, it's time to resolve the actions, so we'll start in the A. So we beat the target number. The player that contributed the most was the artificial player number 2. He gains nothing because it's an artificial player. Same thing for this one. We do get to choose one of the rewards. We can either draw a colonial list or gain 3 minerals. We also get an expedition badge. So I will get 1. Okay, I got a regular one. I get 1 expedition badge, and that's it for the A spot. So the expedition badge goes here and the new colonist goes here. I now have 2 which I may use to send them to buildings and gain resources or whatever. We now pass to the B spot, and the player to the left gets 1 cube. Since it's an artificial player, the cube is simply goes to the supply. The next player gets 3 cubes, that's me, and those cubes go into my supply, and the other player gets nothing because there are no more available. Here, C, artificial player gets 1, I get 4, which also go into my supply. We then move on to the D, and the D says that this building was bought by the artificial player, so it gets discarded. And I need to pay 4 minerals, so 4 minerals to get, oops, the scout post, and I can immediately place colonists on it. It has to be of this specific type, which I will do because I do have 2 of them. So I'll place the building here and there. It has staff on it now. Moving on, place number 5. So the first player gets 1. So the artificial player always prefers stewards, then marines, then architects or technicians or whatever. So he will take this guy, and he's out of the game, doesn't go into the spaceship anymore, and I can get up to 3 guys. So 5 and the 6 allows me to buy 1, 2 or 3 guys. They cost 2 energy cubes each, and I will buy 2 of them. So I'll spend, oops, 1 went down, there you go. I'll spend 4 energy cubes. and I'll buy 2 guys. That's the resolution of my dice. This guy stays there, and more will be added to him on the next turn. We then move to here. This dice does nothing, and now we activate the G spot. So G spot says the player with the most marines and stewards gains 3 energy or 3 minerals. I have neither of it, so I score nothing. First turn is almost complete. We just need to do the refilling, the final step, which is the upkeep phase. So I may swap a colonist, or move him from the shelter to a building, or from one building to another, whatever. I may activate the fully staffed ocean building. So that means I can activate the scout post, and what this means is that we have an handy guide here. So scout post. If your scout post is fully staffed, when you are placing a die in the vents or quarry, immediately gain 1 energy or 1 mineral from that location respectively. So this will be on my second turn. It will be on, so it does nothing for now. Moving on the upkeep phase, we must pay 1 energy for each guy we have in the shelter. So 2 guys, 2 energy. And now we move on to refresh the game board. So we draw a new expedition card, Sulfur City. This one grants us 4 energy cubes on this location, and 7 minerals here. 6, 7. So this is already counting in the base 2 on each of these locations. 2 new buildings come out: drone docks and manufactory. 4. Whoa. Oh man. So we get a technician and 3 marines. Nice. And finally we need to reveal a new event. So I keep calling these guys technicians, they are actually engineers, but well, sorry. And the new event for this turn is activated on the E spot. The frontier beckons. Draw 2 extra colonies and add them to the doorstep. So this will be when we're resolving the E spot. So we are ready to start the second turn, and let's see how it goes. As always, second turn starts with the artificial player going first. He will start at the number 1 spot, and the lowest dice will go there. Second lowest dice goes to number 2. Number 3 will take the 3rd dice, and the 4th dice will buy the building which is not already with a die on it and closest to the stack. So you will try and buy the drone docks. We can try to outbid him, and it is now our turn. 5 dice. Do I want the drone docks? If I do, I need to spend the 6 there to outbid him. I do have the engineer and the colonist needed to activate the building, so maybe it's not a bad idea. Anyway, I'll try to get 2 energy cubes here, 3 minerals here. Maybe. Yeah, I'll try to outbid him on the drone rocks. Try to get I don't have energy to buy these guys. I'll try to buy just one of them, and I'll give my contribute here to the expedition. Let's see how that goes. It all depends on the role of the second player, the second artificial player. So he also starts at number 1 and he places the lowest dice there, which is enough to beat the expedition score. This player moves counterclockwise, so he goes to number 6. He then goes here, and he finally goes to a building that doesn't have dice. It will be this one. So this thing is ready. Well, this token, I have him lying around, it's to show us where we are when resolving the phases, but I simply don't use it. Speaking of resolving, so let's start with the expedition. I may either choose, I was the highest contributor with a 4, I may choose one of these rewards. Of course I'll choose the 5 cubes. So five cubes and the expedition marker, and then onto here I gain 2 cubes. The others 2 get discarded because of this. And moving on here I get 3 minerals. The other player would get 4. And now we move here. Let me just get the new things I got. One expedition goes here. 3 minerals bringing me up to 6 and a lot of energy cubes. So we can place here the dice that were already spent. Moving on, we need to give 6 minerals to pay for discard. We placed the 6 there. Now we need to pay 6, and we'll be staffing this with a settler and an engineer, so that we can activate the building. It's not a settler, it's a pioneer, okay? So I need to get these names right. Pioneer, engineer. This goes here to the spot, and I immediately am able to move guys from the shelter there. This manufactory gets discarded. We then move here. I'm the first player I can buy. With a 1 or a 2 I can buy one guy. I'll buy a marine because I have no marines, and at the end of the game you score points if you have sets of different classes of pioneers, engineers, stewards and marines. If you have a set with at least one of each, you score additional points. So this one goes to the board, and then the other player discards 3, starting with specialized guys. So the one stays there, and finally this gets discarded. Nobody does nothing in the academy. The academy has 4 of each type placed to the side. I will place them here. I left them out of the picture, I don't know why, but it has 4 each of the specialized types. So it has 4 engineers, 4 marines and 4 stewards. And what we can do is we can send one of the colonists here and replace him with one of these figures. The figure that we send here is discarded, and this new one is added to our stash. It becomes part of our population. We should have done. Okay, should have added 2 new guys here. Makes no difference, but well, this should have been done first, then the phase where we bought the colonists. Onto the upkeep phase. So I can perform a move or a swap, which I don't want to. Next, I can activate fully staffed buildings now. Man, I didn't activate the scout post. Let me see here. I should have gained one each, because I did activate I did place a dice on each of these spots, and I did have the scout post fully activated. And now the drone docks gain 1 energy and 1 mineral from the supply. So now I need to pay 2 for the marine that's in the shelter, 2 energy no, not 2, 1. Let me just check here real quick. It's 1. Yeah, 1 energy. So 1 energy to keep that guy warm. And finally we do the refresh step. So new card comes out. The expedition is welcome home, which can give us 2 toolkits and the colonists, or 2 energy and 2 minerals. It costs 11 to fulfill. Very difficult. We get a total of 4 energy and 4 minerals on the spots. The last 2 buildings that come up, because this is will be the 3rd turn, so we only draw from this pile on turns 1, 2 and 3. We already done 2 of them, so I can discard this. And then on subsequent turns, 4, 5 and 6 turns, we'll be drawing from this deck. We need to add 4 more guys here. Whoa. Another 2 pioneers and another 2 engineers. We can have a maximum of 12 colonists on this spot on the doorstep. And the event deck E. So I need to remember to do that. Dress for the job you want. Pioneers cost 0 energy to hire from the doorstep this round. Wow. So we can get these guys basically for free. Okay. And we are ready to start the new turn. New turn begins, and as usual, one of the robot players goes first. He will start on number 2. The lowest die, it's a 3, then the 4, 5 to buy the surface conduit, and the 6 to try and get some colonists. My turn. Oh no, this is very low. I'll place 2 here. I'll try to buy the expedition hub. I'll try to get 1 guy from here. Yeah, I'll go to the academy and I'll get 1 of these. So luckily I have plenty of energy and minerals, so let's see how this round works for me. Time for the other player. 4 dice and the yellow. He will start at number 2. His lowest dice is the 1. He then moves the other way around. He'll place the 4 on the expedition, which will come to nothing. This die comes here anyway, although it does absolutely nothing. And the 4th dice goes into the doorstep. This is done, so we can go to the resolution phase. The expedition was a failure, so the card gets simply discarded. Nobody gains or loses anything. Up to the B spot, so 1 energy to this guy, which goes to the supply, 2 energy for me, which I add to my big pile, and the other one gets discarded also. I also get one mineral, and the other robot takes the other. Surface conduit gets discarded. We assume that the robot was able to buy it, so it goes out, and I need to pay 2 minerals for the expedition hub. Oops. The expedition hub allows me to place 3 pioneers here, or 2 pioneers and another colonist of any type. I will place the marine because it's the one I have available at the moment, and from the scout post I should have gotten one of each resource. There we go. We now move on to the doorstep. I can get one guy, and the event tells me that I can get these guys for free. So I will get one of them for free, and I will immediately place him on the expedition hub. This guy discards 3, and this guy discards the other 3. So all the colonists found some place to go this turn. Finally, this guy does nothing, and I can send. I could have sent, but I didn't have anyone to send, so wasted. So when you place the dice here, we must send a colonist with the die, and then we do the exchange. Anyway, nothing happens. Sorry, should have thought this better. On to the cleanup phase, or the upkeep phase. So I may do a swap, which I don't want to, because these guys are all in the right places, so I don't need to move any of my colonists anywhere. I can activate the fully staffed, so this grants me 1 mineral and 1 energy. The expedition hub doesn't activate now. The expedition hub, it's a card that we activate when we place figures on the expedition, and we can place those guys for free. Usually we need to pay to place those guys with the dice. That card allows us to place them for free, and it doesn't have to be full to be used. Next, pay 1 energy, 1 energy for each guy in the shelters. I have none, so I have nothing to pay. And now we reveal the expedition. What's yours is ours. It's a new card. It will add on top of the 2 normal cubes 3 more, and on top of the 2 minerals 2 more. Now, the 2 buildings that come up now, it's the armorist and the sentry pylon. So these buildings are surface buildings, and they are used only for scoring at the end of the game. For new colonists, oops, okay, and we get 2 pioneers and 2 stewards. Nice, I need a steward to complete a set. And the event this turn, it's despair set in. It goes to the A, so it's resolved at the start of the turn. Expeditions where the total dice value exceeds difficulty do not award expedition badges. Okay, so let's keep this in mind. Turn number 4 starts the same way as the other ones. This one starts at the number 3 and the lowest dice goes there. Then he'll try to buy that thing, he'll try to recruit 2 guys, and he uses up the academy. Turn for the player to play. Again, not brilliant, but let's see what we can do. I will do something. Let me see what. Let me think for a minute what I can do. Yeah, I was taking a doubt here about the academy, but it's full. Anyway, yeah, I'll try to buy this. I'll try to get 2 from here, better yet 5 from here. I'll place this guy here and this one here. So this one goes behind because it's lower, this one goes in front because it's equal or higher. I won't try to go for the... No, I'll try and do the expedition. Let's see how it goes. And I'll even send this one also. It all depends, oops, if this yellow die sends one of the artificial dice into the expedition also. So it starts at the 4. Number 2, it will try to outbid this, because it has no chance of outbidding mine. It's, well, either way. The 3 comes here, the 6 here, and the 6 completes the expedition. Woohoo! Nice! On to the activation. Now the downside is the expedition was completed with a 14 total. It exceeds the 9, so we don't get the expedition badges. Tough luck. But we do get to choose either 3 toolboxes or 2 pioneers, 2 colonists, sorry. I will go for the toolboxes. Oh, 3 that goes here. Now I place the dice here so I'll win an extra cube from my scout post. This one go away. So I have plenty of energy now. I didn't invest anything here, so this simply goes out. This armory is also discarded. And here, interesting, let's see how this works. So he placed the 2 resolution on the gantry. How does it work? So in order for him to place here a dice, it had to be bigger than mine. It isn't, so I buy it for 2. So 2 minerals go away and I get the sentry pylon. And I will immediately move the marine into it, so I can score that building at the end of the game. Moving on to the doorstep, I buy a steward. It costs me 2 energy and I will immediately move him there into the expedition hub. The blue player buys 2 colonists, starting with a steward. So this is done and the academy is once again done. Moving on to the next phase, the upkeep. Bones of the behemoth. Wow, I'm sorry. English is not my native language. We get a total of 5 cubes and a total of 6 minerals. Two new buildings coming up are the Snowcat Garage and the Colonial Embassy. Whoa. it wasn't supposed, so we get 1 engineer, 1 marine and 2 stewards. And finally, the 5th event, charging the threshold. Each player in turn order may pay 2 energy to gain 1 victory point up to 3 times per player. So this is on the G spot. And we are ready to begin turn 5. So, as usual, turn 5. He places a 3 here, a 4 here, a 4 here, and again the academy is out of work. My turn. I'll try and get at least 1. No, I'll try to go for 2 guys here. I have plenty of energy, some minerals. The Colonial Embassy with 2 stewards grants me 4 points. Wow. Yeah, let's try it to outbid him and place 4 here. I immediately gain a cube because I placed a die there. I place 1 here, immediately gain 1 mineral because of the scout post. Okay, so this time perfect timing. And I still have this number 4. Number 4. Yeah. In number 4. Yeah. Let's try here the expedition, and I'll send another guy on the expedition. So this brings it up to 5. When we send these guys, usually they cost 1 energy to send on the expedition, but since I'm sending from the expedition hub, it's free. The other player starts at number 2. 2, the expedition is a failure. 3 and a 4. Okay, let's solve this thing. The expedition was a failure, which means that since I get nothing from this card, I gain 1 here on the relief track, which a turn gives me 2 toolkits. So 2 toolkits, the guy returns to the expedition hub and the die goes into its place. Next, 2 cubes go away and I gain 3 energy from this. I have plenty of energy. I also gain 2 minerals and the other ones go away. It would remain 1 here, but during the upkeep phase we clean this up, so here I need to pay 6 minerals. So, and I get this building, the Colonial Embassy, which I might already place some guys there. I'll move one of the stewards into it, because if I have 2 stewards there, I'll gain 4 points at the end of the game. And I can buy 2 guys from here. I will buy a steward and a marine, which cost me 4, and I immediately place them, the marine at the expedition hub and the steward at the Colonial Embassy. Just need to pay 4 energy cubes for them, and the other ones get discarded. And here same thing, so all done. Now we resolve the event. Each player may pay 2 energies up to 3 times to gain 1 victory point. So if I spend 6 energy, I'll get 3 victory points. Okay. I have plenty of energy to spend, so let me just get 6 and I get the first 3 victory points. Onto the upkeep. I don't need to change, I don't have anything to pay. I can activate buildings, so I'll activate the drone rocks to get 1 of each energy and mineral. Then at this point it's worth noting that we can only activate ocean buildings, we can't activate surface buildings, they are only activated at the end of the game. So, new card comes out, mapping the equator. Okay. Then, this brings a total of 7 energy into play this turn. And 7 minerals. What a wonderful expedition. Card 7. 2 buildings, so we may have 8 maximum buildings here. At the moment we have 3 of them. We get 4 new guys arriving at the doorstep, and this is the final turn of the game. Temperatures plummet. Each player must pay 1 energy or lose 1 colonist for every 3 colonists they have, rounding down. So this is also the last thing to do on this next turn. So this is the final turn, and like we did on the other turns before, here we go. Just get the engineers here. So lowest dice goes to the academy, the other one goes to the expedition, and the 5s we have 1 each, trying to get energy and minerals. Our turn now. Okay, so we can move some guys. This is interesting. I'll try to get 2 of the engineers. I'll probably need energy, so I'll commit 3 points here. Oh well, this is interesting. Let's try and fulfill this expedition. I'll once again send 1 guy up for free because it goes from the expedition hub, and my last dice will go here. Mineral jump lock. Yeah, not sure if it's the right thing to do, but let's go. I was starting at number 3, the 1, then counterclockwise the 2, the 3, and the 3. On to the resolution of this final turn. So, mapping the equator. It was done. I was the first player to complete it, so I'll send this guy to the shelters for now, and I may gain. What this means is, let me check, sorry, I think I can train 1 colonist. Discard 1 colonist from anywhere in your colony and gain 1 of the colonists remaining in the academy. The new colonist may go into your shelters or a building where there is room. So I may train up to 2 of my colonists. Okay, what do I need? What do I need? I'll train this one to be an engineer, and I leave him in this shelter. Yeah, that's it. Here, so I placed a die here. I gain 1 energy cube on top of the 3 of the dice that I committed there, so 4 in total. This one go away. Here 6 go away. We can send this one over anyway. Now I need to spend 6 to buy the mineral jump rock. So I don't have enough. Oh my god. What this means is simply that I can't get the building. Let me see if I can use a toolkit. What do the toolkits do? Because I tend to forget. You may use it to alter your dice by 1 point, up or down, but before placing the die. That makes sense. Here, okay, I will buy. I'll just buy 1. I just need. In fact, I don't need any one. I also choose not to buy. This one go away. So each player must pay 1 energy or lose 1 colony for every 3 colonists they have. So I have 9. I need to pay 3 energy. Okay. There they go. And that concludes the 6th and final turn of the game. We can now do the upkeep phase. So I may move a colonist. I don't want to. Activate fully staffed ocean buildings. Okay, again 1 energy and 1 mineral for the drone docks. And I pay 1 energy for the engineer on the shelter. And finally refresh the game board, which you don't need to do because it was the last turn. On to scoring. So scoring is done like this. For every 5 energy we get 1 point. So I have 8. That earns me 1 point. For every 5 minerals I get 1 point also. Each fully staffed surface building scores a victory point as described on the building tile. So here I score 1 point plus 1 because I have a marine assigned to it. So 2 victory points brings me up to 7. And here, since I have 2 stewards on the colony embassy, I get 4 points. So on to 11. Next, number of buildings. I have 5 total buildings. And as we can see here, 5 buildings grant me 3 victory points. So I'm on to 14. Then each set of colonists gives me 3 victory points. So I'll place them here. So I have 1 set. See if you can see them here. And I have another set. We can take them off the buildings at this moment because they already scored what they had to score. So this gives me 6 points. So 20. And any leftovers, any 3 leftovers scores a point. I only have 1, so 0 points there. Expedition badges. I only have 2. Shame on me. That grants me 0 points. And finally, most toolkits, which I do have, 2 points. So up to 22. When you're playing solo, we have here a chart that shows how we've done, and well, 20 or less I'm not good for anything, and I'm on this the second worst thing, Mediocronaut. Anyway, it's a fun game and I recommend it, and if you can play it with some friends, it's very, very fun. So the result wasn't brilliant, but the game is very fun. I highly recommend it, that you try it with your friends. You'll have lots of fun, lots of difficult choices to do. Should I go for the minerals? Should I go to try and train more specialized colonists? Because, well, in the solo mode it's very difficult to go for the academy, and I only managed to get there once and I blew it. But with more players, with 3-4 players, you get 2 chances to go for the academy, so it's good. It will bring the game, well, it will give you one more option to go there. Hope you have enjoyed it. I had fun playing it, and I hope to see you again soon. Cheers!